All right, so as an American myself, I have been very guilty of this. We're going to be reacting to what is the dumbest thing an American has ever said to you. So I need you guys to do me a solid right now. Obviously, like the video, comment down below, subscribe. But what I want you to comment is a question, an incredibly dumb question that an American person has asked you in particular. This is very important because I feel like we're going to get a lot of interesting answers and whatnot. So like, comment, subscribe, turn on those post notifications in the future. Let's go ahead and see exactly what we're working with today, man.
American over an internet video call, and she asked me, do you guys have internet down there? So
oh my God. Oh my God. So he was on an internet call with his friend, and his friend's American, and she's like, yeah, do you guys have internet down there? It's like, what do you think we're talking on right now? What do you think we're talking on right now?
So I thought I'd be funny, and I said, yeah, we have internet, but we don't have automatic internet. We have manual internet, so we
Funny thing is, I would have fallen for that. Oh my God.
got to turn a crank, and you charge up some internet, and you sort of go for about 5 minutes, get about half an hour of internet, and she like fully believed it.
I'm not gonna lie, I would have believed it too, man. Not now, but I would have believed that. At some point in my life, I would have believed that. Would have believed it. What's this guy gonna say next?
What is the dumbest thing an American has ever said to you?
I will literally never forget the time somebody told me to go back to my own country.
Oh my
What is the
God.
dumbest thing an American has ever said to you?
So my ethnicity is native Russian. It's called Yakut. We live in the far east of Russia. And our physical traits, as you can see, are Asian. I study in the States, and this guy asks me, oh, where are you from? And I say, I'm from Russia. And he's like, no, I mean like, where are you from? And I'm like, I'm from Russia, motherfucker. And he's like, okay.
I know, man. People out here are so quick to judge and assume and things like that. It's insane, especially the farther south you go in the United States, man. It's like the brain cells. Just where are they? You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy.
Okay, then where are your parents from? And I say, imagine, they're from Russia too. And he's like, well, I thought that you were Asian. Fuck a motherfucker for your maka. I am Asian.
Yes.
I don't know how your brain works, but you think if I'm from Russia, I cannot be Asian when I'm clearly am Asian, and vice versa.
Yeah.
If you studied your geography a little bit, you will know that half of Russia, the biggest country in the world, it's really hard to miss it on the map, is in Asia.
True that. Very true.
You really think that Habib Nurmagomedov's ethnicity is Russian? No, he's Dagestani, which is one of the 100 native Russian ethnicities. So yeah, I'm an Asian with Russian passport, bitch. And I got no ancestors immigrated. Don't mix your history with my history.
I'm kind of curious. What is the dumbest thing an American has ever said to you?
Hi, Canadian here. Before I get started, just for reference, the US is here and we are right there.
Like, literally, like, sandwiched together. We are together. Like, there's nothing in between. It's like North America, Canada. Boom. Like, I completely get that. I bet you, I think I know where this is going. I think I know exactly where this is going. All right, let's hear what she has to say.
Okay. I'm going to try to go in order from least ridiculous to most ridiculous, so stay tuned until the end.
Okay.
Firstly, I've been asked numerous times if you need a passport to enter Canada.
It's an entirely different country. So yes, you do.
Like we're not a whole ass other country.
You are an entirely different country. You need a passport to enter Canada, even though you guys are sandwiched together with North America. You definitely need a passport. Trust me. I asked the same thing when I was 6. I was 6 because we used to travel to Michigan all the time. And I think it was one of my grandparents that would say that they would travel up to Canada or whatever. There was like a bridge you could go through without, like, you know, bringing in your passport, which is risky as hell. But, you know, it's crazy because I'm like, why do you need a passport to go into a place that's like literally driving distance from Michigan? And they're like, it's because it's an entirely different country. That's just how that works. And that's true. But that's a question I asked when I was 6. There's grown people asking that question. I mean, some people just don't know, man. I guess.
I've been asked if we ride polar bears, typical. If we have roads, if we have
if you ride polar bears. If you ride polar bear. What? That doesn't even make any sense.
cars, if we go to school. These are serious.
If you go to school, oh my god, bro, oh man, oh my god, it hurts to watch. It hurts to watch. Because the thing is, I'm willing to bet this question gets answered or it gets asked more often than you would think. It's crazy, super crazy.
Questions, by the way, like they were being serious. But the worst one was when I went to Ohio to coach a basketball camp, and I was talking to one of the coaches. He was the coach of a JUCO, okay, black man in his 40s, and he said to me, "Wow, I didn't know they had black people in Canada." I
would have given him this look. Are you for real? Really? Really? Oh my gosh, bro. Oh my God. People need to like think before they speak. You know what I mean? Like there's some things I'm like, bro, are you serious, my guy? But I had the same question about Germany in the very, very beginning. Before I ever did YouTube, I'm like, hey, like, does Germany have any black people? You know what I'm saying? Like native black German people and stuff. But then the more I dug into it, it's a melting pot, kind of. Like it obviously, like there's a huge mix of different races and stuff in Germany, depending on where you are. But in general, it's very mixed, man. It's a lot more mixed than I would have ever imagined. But at first, I thought it was just Caucasian people, and that was it. That's not true. Crazy, man. Crazy. Not that crazy, to be honest.
obviously thought he was kidding, but then he said, "Wow, does that mean you're like one of the only black people over there? Like, did you move there from the States? You're American, right? You have to be."
Oh my God.
I'm kind of curious. What is the dumbest thing an American has ever said to you?
When I first moved to the U.S. from Saudi Arabia, a waitress named Ashley looked me dead ass in the eyes and asked me if it snows in Islam.
I'm kind of curious.
Oh my God, bro. Really? Oh my God.
What is the dumbest thing an American has ever said to you?
So I'm born and raised in the States, but my family's Brazilian, and I would often go back to Brazil to go and visit my other relatives. When I would come back from Brazil and go to school, people would ask me how I was posting stuff. And I would say, "What do you mean?" And they were like,
they don't think Brazil has internet? What the hell, bruh?
"Don't they not have internet there?" And I would just be completely dumbfounded. And I would say, "What do you mean? Of course we have internet." And they would ask me, "How do you get it?" So I would literally tell them, "Oh, we have a monkey and we bribe him with a coconut and we have him run on a spinning wheel, and that's how our internet works." And they believed me.
Oh, America down bad. America down horrible, dude. This is, oh my God. Oh, fuck. This sucks. That's crazy, man. That sucks. So somebody actually asked, how is it even possible that Brazil has internet? Like, how do you even post over there and stuff? And then she told him this story about the monkey, and they believed it. And what's crazy is I believe her when she says that they believed it, because I've seen ridiculous things like that happen here a lot, man. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. People asking wild ass questions, and you would think that they're joking, man, but dead serious. And like I said, I'm not a stranger to that life myself. I have also asked some dumb questions, some incredibly not bright questions.
I'm kind of curious. What is the dumbest thing an American has ever said to you?
So I'm an Australian, and I'm in New York for the first time. Never been to America, and I'm having dinner with like 10 Americans that I met there, right? Getting along with them great. And one of the guys says something really funny, so I laughed, and then I go, "Man, you're a fucking sick cunt." And the whole table just stopped, went completely silent.
Oh, fuck. Because here they take that word so serious, man. They take that word so serious. And like I said, you can see how potent people's differences between, like, well, I guess how people view other countries and America. If you go to the southern states of America, where you have a lot more smaller towns and stuff like that, and kind of like that culture, you know what I mean? So this is crazy, man.
And just stared at me. And then the guy that I called a sick cunt goes, dude, never say that word. Like,
they don't know, man. They just don't know, man. That's crazy.
Not even in private.
Wow.
What a fucking dumb cunt.
I'm curious, what is the dumbest thing an American has ever said to you?
So, in 2013, I went to America for the first time ever. It was to New York, and I absolutely loved it. I went for on a family holiday. And while I was there, at one point, I started talking to this American girl. And the second I started speaking, she was like, oh,
Can you say Harry Potter?
my God, like, you have an accent. And I said, yes, I have an accent. And she goes, yeah, but like, your accent's different. And I said, yeah, of course it's different.
Oh, he has the whole American like twang, that southern twang accent thing down, bro. That's funny.
I'm from the UK. I have a British accent. It's different to yours. And she goes, wait, I have an accent? To which I said, yes, you have an American accent. I'm British. I've got a British accent. You're American. You've got an American accent. A French person would have a French accent. And a German person would have a German accent.
Yep.
And this girl looked so confused and so bewildered. She just was not understanding that concept.
You know what's crazy? I was at that point myself because I'm like, I have an American accent. What does that even sound like, you know? But then the more I thought about it, I'm like, wait a minute. If everybody speaks English, it's going to sound different if you're from different countries, obviously, right? Like he just said, German people going to have German accents. French people going to have French accents. Asian people going to have, you know, Asian accents. It just depends on where you're from, you know? And although everybody would be able to speak English in this scenario that I'm giving right now, they would all sound a bit different because of the accents. And at the time, I could not process that concept myself because I'm like, I feel like I have a very neutral accent. Like there's no accent there, but it's impossible not to have any accent. That's crazy, bro. Oh my God.
And it just made me think, how closed off are you guys to the real world? Like, there's more than just America. Come on.
Very.
I'm kind of curious, what is the dumbest thing an
Well,
American...
what we're told is we're the greatest country on the planet. So a lot of people don't even venture outside of the country to see any of the world. Crazy thing is, I used to be one of those people. Once again, I used to be a person that thought, well, we have everything we've ever wanted here. Why travel outside of the country at all? But it really gives you a good, a worldly perspective on humanity as a species. You know, it's crazy because, you know, beforehand, I had these very ignorant views on the world and stuff like that, mainly, you know, due to the fact that what I was consuming through the news, through the media in America and stuff like that, and through, you know, the schooling system, I'm like, you know what? Why bother traveling anywhere else? And then once I started traveling, I'm like, wow, it really changes your perspective on a lot of things, and it actually gets you to reevaluate your priorities in life as far as, you know, what is important to you and what's not anymore. You know what I mean? And it kind of changes your core values a bit, you know? So, I mean, for anybody that's never traveled, that's an American person that happens to stumble across this reaction video, I need you guys to consider traveling. It'll change your life. Quite honestly, it's crazy. It's scary, you know, leaving the place that you've grown up in forever, but it is 100% worth it. And when you finally get to a place that's outside of the country for the first time, it's an exhilarating experience. It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. The thought of traveling is scary at first because a lot of people haven't left their own country. But once you do it for the first time, it becomes addicting, man. You want to get out of your country like as much as humanly possible and explore different cultures and stuff.
has ever said to you? Here's one of mine. I remember getting into an argument with an American over Discord about how many states they have. He was convinced that America had 40.
Oh my
Keep in mind,
God.
he's American. They have 50.
Good googly dude.
I'm kind of curious, what is the dumbest thing an American has ever said to you?
So I used to work at this winery on the east coast of Canada. It's like kind of close to a port city. So sometimes cruise ships would come in and people could come down to the winery for the day.
That's cool.
So one time this group of Americans came down off a cruise ship and I gave them the tour, and the tour finishes outside in the vines, in the vineyards. And they look up and there's birds flying around, and the birds are bald eagles, which in this part of the world, bald eagles are very common, see them every day, no biggie. But these tourists start freaking out, like they're taking photos, one guy has binoculars, and they couldn't stop saying like how good the hospitality was and that we would do this for them. And I was like,
do what?
Do what for you? And they were like, well, these birds, like bald eagles, are American, so
I knew where that was going, man. Oh my
like you
God.
must have brought them here for us. So these people thought that A, bald eagles don't exist outside of the US, and B, this winery that sees thousands of people a day imported these birds for their pleasure.
Curious, what is the dumbest thing an American has ever said to you?
Where were you born? America. Oh, so like where were your parents born? America. But why do you have an accent?
She doesn't really have an accent. Like, I mean, she doesn't have like a strong accent that would make me question where she's from.
I don't. I have a speech impediment. No, you don't. It's an accent. Well, damn, let me just go tell my speech therapist.
I mean, am I crazy or does she not have an accent? Like, if you listen to her talk, she sounds like she could be from California. Not from any other country, to be honest. That's just me. I don't know. Maybe my ears are a little old and they need to be tuned or something.
Just that. Just save some money.
I'm kind of curious, what is the dumbest thing an American has ever said to you?
Right, so I'm an actress, and this year I was shooting a movie in England, and one of the crew guys walks up to me and he's like, where are you from? Your English is really good. And I was like, well, I'm from Bulgaria. And he just stares at me for a second and goes, Bulgaria? How are you an actress? Don't you still live in caves?
What?
I'm kind of curious.
Oh my gosh, bro. What the heck? This is getting worse and worse.
What is the dumbest thing an American has ever said to you?
So being from South Africa and having worked in America for a couple...
Oh gosh, man. I already know where this one is going. I already know, man. I'll give you a story time before he starts talking real quick. So we had this one exchange student come in from South Africa in like middle school, I want to say. And basically oh my gosh, everybody would ask this person where they were from, you know, like, oh yeah, like, or like what ethnicity they were, like, oh yeah, I'm African, like like South African. And like, there's no way, you're not South African, you're not black. And I'm like, oh bruh. Crazy thing is, at the time, I thought every person that was African had to be black, but if you're South African, or it depends on where you're born, you know, you could be South African. If you're born in South Africa, you'd be South African. That's just how it is, man.
Couple of years, I've been asked, how did I get here, you know, in America. Told them we had teams of 4 in one rowboat, and then each guy gets an hour to row. I've been asked, how did you learn to speak English so quickly? So I said, no, that's easy. That's just like a 2-day course, you know, easy. I've been asked, have you really got pet lions? So I said, no, I don't. I've got a cheetah, but my neighbor's got the lion.
Oh my God.
I've had, how can you be from Africa? Because you're white. So I said, well, have you never heard of an albino?
Oh my God, bro. Oh my gosh, bro. It's so cringe. Oh, I feel so bad for all the people who get these questions, man. Cause like, oh my God. And the crazy thing is, the questions that are being asked are like questions that the people who are asking them legitimately want to know because they just don't know. Or they're it's just like, bro, like this is crazy.
Just, I don't know where they get the shit from. But it's quite fun once you start going with it. And they believe every fucking word.
What's a piece of information that you learned that feels illegal to know?
If you have like 6 months to spare and you email IKEA and be like, hey, I think I'm missing a piece of this table set, slowly, one by one, piece by piece, month by month, you get that table for free.
What's one really bad thing you did as a child that you kept secret for your entire life?
Oh, well, that's pretty much the end of that video, because I guess it's going to in previous videos. Oh wait, whoa. Oh yeah. So yeah, this is pretty much a different half of this video and stuff like that or whatever. But we'll end it here. Guys, let me know what you like, what crazy questions you've received from American people in the comments down below. I've myself, like I said, asked quite a few of them. And now as a person who is very well educated on a lot of the questions that I asked and just the world in general, I'm not listed on a scale of 1 to 10. I'm probably still like a 2 or 3. So, but I just know at least like I have like basic common sense, at least most of it. So yeah, let me know what those questions are in the comments down below, because I'm curious. If people are asking questions like this, I can only imagine what y'all have been asked as well. Everybody that's watching this video. So like the video, comment down below, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys later. Take care. Love you guys. Peace.